Hello everyone. This video will give you a demo of Task 4.8 Robust CTI. The goal of this task is to improve the robustness of shared cyber threat intelligence. Currently, CTI are mostly shared using IOC, such as malicious domain name and hash of payload. While IOC has provided valuable forensic evidence, its show-up always means something bad has already happened. To enable earlier and more resilient detection, we use indicators of behavior, IOB, or IOBS. IOBS capture the sequence of observable techniques attackers employ during an intrusion, based on rich telemetry from endpoints. In Resilmesh, that sequence is defined as an attack flow. In attack flow, each behavior is described as an technique plus the pattern used to identify the technique. The program reads the attack flow and initializes a state machine to track behavior changes as telemetry arrives. When events match the pattern for a technique, the state machine advances to the next technique. Once the flow completes, the system packages the observed sequence as a STIX IOB bundle for sharing. Now, let's look at how execution flow works in the demo. The demo environment is already set up with the needed prerequisites, so it will focus on how the execution flow works. The IOB server starts by initializing an attack flow state machine and waits for alerts coming from Wazoo. Kali then executes atomic tests on one Windows host, and later shifts to another host to mimic lateral movement. As these tests run, the Wazoo agents on the hosts collect event logs and send them to the Wazoo server for analysis. When logs match predefined rules, Wazoo generates alerts, which are passed on to the IOB server. The IOB server correlates these alerts with STIX patterns in the attack flow. If a match is found, the state machine progresses to the next step and produces a STIX object for that behavior. This process repeats until every behavior is triggered and the final STIX IOB bundle is generated. Now that the background is set, let's run the demo and see it in action. The IOB server uses the attack flow builder as its frontend and includes several built-in tools. Let's have a look at the sample attack flow. Action nodes describe the behaviors we want to detect, and condition nodes following each action node hold the STIX patterns that identify those behaviors. When an incoming alert matches the pattern, the flow advances to the next action. The process repeats until end node. Asset nodes provide complementary info. Now let's launch the attacks using integrated tool. It requires information of both attack host and target host, also it needs a schedule file to instruct the order that attacks are launched. When all the attacks within schedule file are executed, the browser will pop up an alert including some logs. The whole attack scenario has two phases to mimic lateral movement, so it needs information of two target hosts and two schedule files. Now the two phases are both complete, let's look at the generated IOB STIX bundle with STIX Visualizer. Here is the backbone of IOB bundle. You can see the sequence of behavior nodes connected with occurs before relationship and detection nodes used to detect each behavior. You can also see the specific information about each node by selecting it. That's all, thanks for watching.